favour, can you help?
Hello and welcome to Damn It Vacant. I'm Ellis here with Joe and also birthday boy plus one, John. Birthday yesterday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Birthday!
I'm suffering a bit today, but it's good.
That's what happens when you get older, man. Like, you can't celebrate as much as you used to.
Well, I tried. Had a great night at Stand Comedy Club. Yeah, they had a fringe soft launch of a fringe catalogue and 10 comics on doing little bits and free food and free drink.
That's a dangerous combination of stuff.
I partook too much of the free drink, and
as is the British way.
Yeah.
Someone goes, it's free. Let's drink it all. They basically take it away afterwards.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like a token system, and I ran out of tokens, and then I went up to the guy, like, I don't have any more tokens left, but it is my birthday, and he was like, fine. I was like, yeah.
I should just try that, isn't it? Like, it is my birthday. Have you got any proof of that? No. Well, why would I lie about such a thing?
I think he just, to be fair, I think he would have given it to anyone at that point.
I just didn't care, yeah.
Yeah. I think my birthday not being part of it was not an issue, was not the reason.
Just going to start carrying around one of those "It's my birthday today" badges just in my coat, and then just pop it on, see what happens, see what free stuff I can get off people. And
at the end, Ash had organised me a cake thing, and I'd wandered off to the food queue during it, so that was good.
I'd expect nothing less from you, to be honest.
Yeah. And to come get me, and I was like, what's happening? What are we doing?
Oh, yeah, my birthday, yeah.
Yeah. Jay Laffy's on stage with a cake, like, vibing at happy birthday, being like, I've been here for ages. I'm like, oh, no. Sorry.
Oh, don't draw attention to me, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, actually quite different people in that sense.
Even more impressive if you went to work after it as well. As people take the day off after as well.
I should have taken it off after. That would have been the sensible thing to do.
But you don't think. You think.
I thought I'm going on holiday in a couple of weeks, so I was like, oh well, I shouldn't take it off. I'm going on holiday, and also I thought I had a presentation next week that I had to do some work for. That's been postponed now, so I was like, oh, I didn't even need to do that.
There's new shark data been found, is it? And that's why they've had to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
A new species of shark. The screwdriver shark.
That probably exists.
The spanner head shark. I don't know. I'm just going through a toolbox.
That probably also exists.
How are you, Joe?
Me, I'm fine. It's nice and warm here. It's not fully tops off weather.
Very well.
But it would appear that my dosing myself up between the last hot bit and this bit with antihistamines has done nothing. Not a thing at all. Because I've spent most of today crying and sneezing. It's not fun. And I hate it. It's like tree sperm. There's no need for it.
How dare it?
But because Harvey was like, if you keep taking it every day, you'll build up like an immunity to the pollen and that. And what it appears to have done is build up an immunity to fucking antihistamines. So yeah,
that'd be how that works.
I know she's not a doctor, but she does watch a lot of medical dramas, so I trust her. You know. So I'm now having to take twice as many antihistamines, which is making me quite sleepy a lot of the time. So it's a struggle.
Interesting pod.
Every day's an interesting thing. No, it's good, isn't it? And we got Thingy. We got Odyssey Pro Wrestling this Saturday, isn't it?
We do.
Yes.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Mutiny,
and what a card as well. And I know that the Morecambe Wrestling Podcast are going to do their own thing on this because that's what they do. No, love them
it's
very
kind of
much.
in the name, to be fair.
I know. Well, it wasn't when this started, was it?
It's prodding your buttons, Joe. I've been doing that to a lot of people today after I've had a bad day.
No. But yeah, we got Alton Thorne against Andre Decker, which I'm very, very excited for because I want to see the people of Morecambe be genuinely terrified by Mr. Thorne coming in and just doing absolute crimes on lovely Decker.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go full, because it's a family-friendly show, so he can't do full death. But I'm hoping we get some brutality.
People can die in family-friendly shows.
I mean,
I've seen how to show it.
I've seen, it's just they pull a curtain up like when a horse gets injured and racing.
Yeah, exactly.
We got RPD against Rob Drake, which should be fun. Hopefully, lovely Rob Drake. I don't know. Isn't he? He's a bastard man now, isn't he, Rob Drake?
Did
in
he?
Morecambe.
Yes,
Yeah, he called them all. He was like, I'm fucking sick of you all at the last one, didn't he? Yeah. We got the meat wagon against the meat wagon, which is
that'll be good.
I mean, I'm not prepared to see my heart get broken because whoever, it's like the opposite of Alien versus Predator. Whoever wins, we all lose. No, wait, that is the tagline from Alien versus Predator, isn't it? But yeah, that'd be fun. The women's championship on the line. Leah Raven against Lana Austin after the betrayal and all the horrible stuff that happened last time. That's gonna absolutely bang. Sheriff Steele, it's Joey Hayes. Joey Hayes is just hanging around now, which I'm all for.
With that.
I mean, we got was a triple threat. Well, there was a 6-man. That's now an 8-man tag. Of Ethan Edwards, Brian Edinson, and everyone's favorite tag team champions.
Viral connection.
The viral connection. Who have just got VC written on there, which is the Victoria Cross. I'm just pointing that out. Against Lance Rivera, Sunam, and FTM, Critchy. Yeah, so that, again, is going to absolutely bang. And then Alexander Gray is going to be killed by Mickey Barnes. Because, yeah, we've known Nate Reese because I'm assuming he's still getting his bones reinflated or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
That works, yeah.
Yeah, skeletons are full of air. Ask a bird. They know. I found out that birds' bones are hollow because it helps them breathe. And I was like, I don't even fucking birds. Stop it. But yeah.
Oh. It helps them breathe. I think to make them lighter
to keep them light as well, but also because of their limited lung capacity and stuff. It acts as like extra storage space for air or something.
I guess in the sky with less oxygen too.
See, but you don't think of that, do you? You just think less bone. Well, hollow bone, lighter. But yeah,
evolution.
It's like the woodpecker's tongue thing around its brain. Like it's gross, but it makes sense and it proves there is no God.
Yeah, no God would design that.
No, because it's stupid. Same with pandas. Fucking if it wasn't just broken as a species.
To be fair, we have an internal organ whose only function is to explode and kill us.
No, that's a hangover from eating grass and stuff. Like when we were cow people.
If you could design that,
because evolution isn't an overnight thing, people. It's not like why are there monkeys and humans? It's like monkeys didn't wake up one day, put Brill cream in, and go and work down the docks, did they? Like
we're arguing against intelligent design here. We're both arguing the same thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I just feel like I need to argue with someone.
There is no God.
There is no. If God existed. But yeah, so that's Saturday at the Alhambra. I think there's only a handful of regular seats left.
The VIPs are all gone.
They always go front and second row, go like the day or the weekend.
Who's RPD fighting? He's got a match, hasn't he?
Rob Drake.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Because I don't think we're going to get any. I think we're just going to have RPD doing RPD stuff for a bit in the best possible way, but we're not going to get any interruptions and stuff because that's all done now. I mean,
they're going to make us forget him because he has that briefcase.
Yes.
Not a briefcase. What is it? The contract.
The contract.
Oh.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what they want to happen. Forget him.
Mm-hmm. But again, they're always a good show. I know someone from Nicky's Discord is coming for his first show, and he's like, "It's going to cost me a fortune to get home," and I'm like, "Stay in the Clarendon."
Yes.
He's like,
that's what I'll be doing in 10 days' time.
Get an Uber home. I was like, coward. Sleep on the beach.
Stay in the cursed hotel.
It's not cursed. It's just mildly haunted.
So I'm there a week on Saturday.
I know. You
paid it up last night, and then the other day I said to the lads, I said, "Has anyone actually checked what there is in Lancaster? It's not known as the liveliest of places." I was like, "Is there?"
It's a uni town, though.
Yeah, but uni's also finished. So I was like,
"Oh yes."
I was like, "Have you checked? There's some places." And Paul was like, "So if not, so we can just go. If you really want to go to Dyes, we can just go around the hotel." I was like, "In Morecambe."
Well, I hope you enjoy finishing your drinks at 8:30, and then the no more. Go to the Polish techno shop.
Oh yeah. I did say. I said if you do press the mystery button on the lift, you end up in a downstairs bar in the hotel where Ash was found doing karaoke.
I think that's only at weekends though.
You have to sing karaoke.
We're there on a Saturday.
Oh well, there you go then. Yeah. You have to. Yeah. Otherwise, they won't let you out. They poke you with tridents in the lift unless you sing, I believe. But yeah, so that's Morecambe. And then on the Monday, me and my brother are going to catch at the bread shed. And Petter did send me the the list for it, and I can't find it now because I've shut down Discord because it keeps beeping all the time. But yeah, that looks fun. I've not been to a cat show since COVID. You know what I mean?
I don't come. I was just a mad month of various stuff. I'm already struggling to afford.
Oh,
so
no, it's fine. It's fine. Me and my brother are going to go and get something to eat and stuff before. It's fine. It's hard.
It's
There's
birthday,
a steak,
isn't it? It's birthday week.
Yeah, there's a steak place on Deansgate. I'm not walking away from Deansgate down there, man. We're old men. It'll take us ages. But yeah, that'll be fun as well. And then at the end of the month is Salford for me, and that's it. But it's good. It's good. It feels very at the moment with shows. It's like, here's 3 weeks of all the shows, and then there's Nout for like a month, and then 3 weeks of shows, and it's fine, but you could space them out more.
Yeah, I'm not being anything in ages, and I'm having withdrawal. It's making me very sad.
Well, we know all the...
Was it the one in Ireland?
Yeah, one of the islands. That's one I've been to. I've not. Discovery had one in Edinburgh, but I was busy that weekend. Like,
yeah, I remember you saying.
They seem to have access to my calendar and is putting on like, Discovery whenever I'm busy. And I've not made it down to Morecambe. So,
well, they have put the list up for all the rest of the year. So, like, Odyssey.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm hoping I can actually go to one. I'll have a look.
14th is out. Stormy Waters is 26th of the 7th.
Okay, that might be doable.
Panic Stations is 27th of the 9th. And then Buried Treasures the last Saturday in before Christmas. Well, sorry, last Saturday.
Yeah, that's what Barney's already got in her head that we're all going to stay in Morecambe for that.
Oh, we're doing that again.
I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah, it's a 1 year tradition.
That's how it becomes a tradition.
The Higgins do the tradition.
It's a ghost town you want to do. But yeah, those are the dates. So if you sort them out, man, yeah, it'd be nice to see you there because it is.
Oh, I'm missing it. It'd be good. I'm not even down in Manchester very much at all. So.
So either that or come to Salford, because Salford's like...
Ideally, do both.
Well, I don't think they have a lineup. Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but yeah, Salford's like getting into my top two.
Yeah,
just because it has a very similar vibe to Odyssey for me. It's family friendly, but it's got structure and ideas and knows what it's doing.
Yeah.
And that's what I like.
It always sounded. You make it sound uninteresting. I always want to go to it. It's just it's often on a Friday. That's the problem for me.
That is the rub with it. Yeah. But yeah, so that's that.
Jones.
Oh, WWE releases. Is that the right word? I don't even know. R-Truth appeared at the end of Money in the Bank and attacked John Cena. And a week prior to that, he announced his release from the company, which WWE qualified to fight for was actually a contract expiration, and he wasn't being renewed.
Mm-hmm.
His contract had not actually expired yet, but sources close to Ron Collins did claim he had a new deal. His son seemingly confirmed as much on social media. A number of talent noted to fight for they spoke with R-Truth and specified repeatedly the situation was not a work. This was not a storyline. This was not. But they were generally going to release him, and there was such a backlash from both the wrestlers and from fans. I think. Back on it. Fightful told there many tears over Killing's departure, and he was flooded with phone calls and messages, and that Killing seemed shocked and kind of disgusted, as we all were, according to one source. One talent noted that Truth was cut in a very cold and impersonal way, with talent relations employees informing him instead of top brass in the company. Fightful told that he actually ignored a lot of WWE's approaches during the week. They were trying to get hold of him, and he was just not taking their calls until Nick Khan took over. And he called him.
You fucked up.
Yeah. Called Killing to work out a new deal. Told the deal was a meeting halfway situation. One talent that Killings has worked with for over a decade stated to Fightful that Ronnie wouldn't do that. If he had to maintain a work like that, he'd ask us not to say anything. He would never lie to us about that. I think that Paul Levesque also knows that lying to or working in the locker room is in horrible taste.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them.
In response to Triple H did sort of try and claim that in the press conference, I think.
That was a lot of trying to save face. To me, that.
A number of talent reached out to outright claim the opposite. Truth's son Christopher Killings also posted a cap.
Oh God, Ellis has opened that cursed Jack in the Box again.
Oh, can you hear that?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
It's incredibly
You were saying the microphone
loud.
wasn't that good before.
No, I think it was very good. I could hear you upstairs before. I was like... Right, well, get me an ice cream. We've got ice cream inside.
That'd be great.
We've had 2 different vans that keep coming on the estate. I thought you couldn't go on someone else's territory.
One's for
Oh,
ice
That
cream,
was
one's
like
for
an
drugs.
unwritten code.
I don't. I honestly don't. I know there's one that drives around here that the music seems to be hooked up to the wheels, so the faster it goes, the more maniacal, like the chime sound.
We've got a ghost one up here. Every now and then I hear an ice cream van, but I've never seen it. I don't know where it is.
It's just a guy going around with a boombox just to like get all the kids out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
It'd be great if there's a video pod and it's cut back to us all holding ice creams, but...
Can we stop for ice cream bar? Yes.
Yes. Truth's son Christopher Killings also posted a cap, which is in response to claims of it being part of the show, which I believe is young person speak, for lie. Another talent saw Killings' son calling Cap lie on Triple H comments and said, "See, you can't control all of these conversations." Another veteran responded to the situation saying, "I can tell Hunter doesn't like it. He doesn't like fans hijacking creative," for elaborating their disbelief for it being an elaborate plan in a very colourful manner. I just love that sentence. Throughout the week, one of Killings' friends in the company said, "It's hard to feel good when we fired Santa Claus."
All right, like I like R-Truth, but come on, like he's not cured cancer. Fuck's sake.
No, but it's
no, I
clear.
get it.
It's
I
pretty
get
clear
it.
He's a great like.
I 100%
personality backstage, you know. Obviously, the move was different later, with everyone excited that he made a return. PW Insider reports the deal came together in the last 72 hours before this show. Fightful Weight spoke to higher up in WWE, who confirmed their order of events as reported, including Nick Khan taking on negotiations. In fact, when we told R-Truth had initially been approached to return, he didn't seem to entertain the calls, and Nick Khan took over and things opened up. It was reiterated again, it wasn't a work. Nick Khan rarely gets involved in negotiations, but it's one was important to the company and locker room. A higher-up said that Truth being brought back was something they viewed as a good sign, that the roster and fan response being listened to overcame everything else. As one would expect, the roster is ecstatic about Truth being back with WWE. We spoke to another source in WWE management about the Ron Killings name being used. Fightful weren't given any guarantees about booking, but it was stated to us that Killings had indicated in the past he wanted to have at least one more serious in-ring run before ending his career. Regarding the shirt that WWE had ready to merchandise, they've had it for months, and Killings wore it on TV in February. So some people were sort of suggesting that it was a work because they had the shirt ready to go. Yeah, but it'd been there for months.
Yeah, I watched that presser. Why would Triple H said that? I was like,
fire someone you've got merch for?
Yeah, well, they took his merch off the store, and it was one of the top selling.
I mean, I genuinely don't think.
No, I don't believe it was a work.
But I recognise someone's happening. It's cost them more than it would have done to just keep him on.
Oh yeah,
because he's gone like, you know, whatever. I want double that now. Otherwise, everyone's gonna know what bastard men you are.
Yeah, that's why I was in a Triple H's thing. As soon as I was like, oh, I'm glad someone's actually asked it, because sometimes you get fucking glazing nonsense questions at them things, and And I just saw his response. I was like, just admit you're wrong. It's okay to go, yeah, we fucked up, you know. And we changed it. So, yeah. Well, credit they have changed. He said it shouldn't have happened in the first place. So, yeah, take that. But just that response, I was like, the thing that annoyed me about the response is it's extremely disrespectful to Sarah Logan and Carlito, which isn't really being talked about. Like, if this was a work, why did they also let go of two other people who they're not coming back at the same time? No. It's stupid. So I'll talk about him in the reviews, and I'll talk about that as the show and what we're getting on the show, which is very good. But yeah, I did pop when he came back because me and Paul were watching it. Like, who's that? Thoughts that Roman was coming, and then you realised who it was. And the nicest thing was Kathy Kelly in the post show, who just went back to her randomly backstage, and she was talking about Truth going back, and she was literally tearing up.
No.
And I was like, there you go, that's what it means. Karrion Kross contract update. Sean Rossap reported earlier this year he's in his contract year sometime around this summer. The start of June, Fightful inquired with sources close to the situation and close to Kross about it. Based on what they've heard, the WWE has not yet approached Kross about a contract extension or renewal, and they haven't heard if they've indicated interest in doing so. They've typically notified talent within a month or so when deals are expiring that they will not renew. Of late, though, WWE has been happy to keep talent on television up until they've notified that they'll not be renewed or approached for an extension. So as best as Fightful know, there's a few months remaining on Kross's deal. Again, they need to pull the trigger quickly on him in something. Or
it's again, they kind of made a rod for their own back now, because whenever anyone lets go, anyone ever lets go now, they're going to be like people just rallying around, save these people, and it's like, well, we can't save everyone.
Yeah, I think the thing with the Truth one, so you might have seen clips on social media. So on Raw, there was like sporadic
Oh, we want, yeah.
They weren't like overtaking the show, but they were just random. Like the middle of a Kairi Sane match, in the middle of a Punk promo, middle of like they're just cropping up. Same on NXT, but on SmackDown when John Cena was out, they were so loud that Cena had to address them in his promo and obviously try and spin it and work it into what he was saying, but it was like they could not ignore it.
Yeah,
it was that loud. So it was nice. The only other one I've seen at the reverse. Remember, was it Drake Spud?
Yeah.
Drake Maverick. Remember that one?
Yeah. Again, people have gone and come back. It's just not in such a short period of time.
No. Hopefully something sorted for Cross because like I said, he's doing great character work. Just let him do that in the ring as well.
Yep.
I'll do this one as well because it's contracts. Those close to Camille are being very quiet about her time off, which is now exceeded 6 months. However, based on what Fightful heard, she won't be back soon, but for a better reason. They are told that much like Wardlow, Camille has an upcoming TV product she's working on that will have her busy through this part of this summer. And when asking in AEW about the absence, they were told that talent were effectively in the dark about her absence and didn't hear a specific reason. It's believed that Tony Khan didn't feel like the Mercedes partnership was working. It's clarified by a number of sources that Mercedes was willing to work with Camille and do a match, but it just didn't happen. So it appears she's been benched the last 6 months, and then this summer will be working on TV.
Fair enough. Again, I don't think it was working because why would the best wrestler in the world need someone to bodyguard him?
Yeah, I think she was winning the matches clean with her.
Without her, yeah.
So it was like,
you're a bit of a spare prick. Warner Brothers Discovery split. Christ. Warner Brothers Discovery is set to split their company in two. On June the 9th, Warner Brothers Discovery announced that it would be splitting the company in two, with one side focusing on the company studio productions.
I don't know what that's happened there.
No, it's fine.
I don't even know what I was on the company studio productions. I assume.
On the company studio productions and streaming services headed by Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, while the other will focus on the company's global television networks, and will be headed by CFO Gunnar Weidenfels. From David Zaslav, his blog. Zaslav speaks. By operating as two distinct and optimized companies in the future, we are empowering these iconic brands with the sharper focus, strategic flexibility they need to compete most effectively in today's evolving media landscape. That's proper Project Zeus fucking bullshit, isn't it? Absolute
that's a lot of words to say nothing.
Nothing. We can probably get a tax cut if we separate into two things or something.
Yeah, some bollocks like that. I don't know why you. Because
didn't they just form not long back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they merged. Warner Brothers is like an amalgamation of a bunch of companies anyway, and then Discovery, I'm sure, was something else before as well. So I don't know. It was utter bollocks.
Fightful Sean Rossap reached out to Warner Brothers spokesman, who said that right now details are few and far between, but that the split doesn't take effect until mid next year. So expect to hear about this every fucking week. Sources close to the situation reiterate that AEW has contracts in place, and as of now, there are no changes planned, and the AEW is still a big focus for Warner Brothers Discovery. As of now, they don't look to be any AEW changes associated with this, and they're not at risk of a TV deal just evaporating. They've got contracts; they can't just bin them off because.
Yeah, but you know what wrestling Twitter and that is like.
I know. AEW, and I know how corporations and stuff are. There'll be some sub clause or something that will put you on max.
You had a contract with Warner Brothers Discovery; they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, we are now Malcolm and his crew. Yeah, it's but it feels like we just got over the Warner Brothers thing. Like,
yeah, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. You're not.
It's never ended.
You're not one of the Warner Brothers. Alan Warner, Shane Warne.
It was Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, wasn't it?
Nick and Dot.
Oh yeah.
That's the reference for no one.
If you don't know the Animaniacs, then get out.
The Inspiration returned to TNA.
Yeah.
Cassie Lee and Jess McKay returned it against all odds. They're formerly known as Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, the Iconics, and personally one of my favourite things ever. Just know exactly where my funny bone is. Yeah. Again, it was at the Royal Rumble where she was trying to get people to sign up with her or something. She was there with a clipboard and headshots. Right? Just brilliant work. Absolute. Yeah. So good. Deals done in the last couple of weeks, and Fightful were told the two are under contract. Sources familiar with the situation claim the deals are under 1 year in length, with the option to mutually extend if all sides are happy. One TNA source indicated that the recent regime changes are likely to return, but Fightful were told that's not the case. It clarified to Fightful they had a good relationship on a personal and professional level with previous management, with Gail Kim being named as one of those in particular, as always seems to be the case with Gail Kim. we're told by the closer situation that they took time away to build their families, and at a point now where they can make a return to TNA. And I assume wrestling. I don't know if they've been wrestling at all. I don't think.
I think they did bits after.
A little bit. Okay.
But yeah.
One of them has not long had a baby as well. I remember doing a news piece where they would announce a baby.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
I mean, I'm not going to watch TNA.
Sean Spears. One of them is married to Sean.
Yeah,
Spears.
I can't remember which way around it is, but yeah, that's correct.
I mean, I'm not going to watch TNA, but if someone puts their matches up, I'll watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, see them back.
Mini stories. Harley Cameron is legitimately injured. She sustained the injury before the AW Dynamite show, but wanted to work it in the storyline to explain her absence in the ring. And AW is happy to make that work.
Makes sense.
Mercedes Moné appeared and won a title in Austria over the last weekend.
Yeah, Friday. She just rocked up, didn't she?
Apparently so.
Yep.
One source pointing to an uptick in RevPro on-demand numbers following Moné's appearance at RevPro High Stakes, saying it would be a no-brainer for any independent promotion in Europe to book Moné should she be willing to appear.
I read a bit of an interview with the guy who was, I don't know whether he was like the owner or he's just one that works there, but he said like, we couldn't believe it. She was like, go and pick her up from the hotel or whatever, and he was just like in his car driving her, and she was just in there chatting away. And so she just said like she's just a lovely person. She was just buzzed to be there. Oh. And it must be a tremendous thing because now it's also that thing of whenever you go to any show, you're like, Mercedes Moné could show up. Nothing's off the board now.
Mercedes Moné rocks up in Salford Wrestling, and
I'm saying Bolton Town Wrestling. If I go next time and Mercedes Moné's not there, I will demand 8 refund.
Not just 1, 8.
Yeah.
That's fair and reasonable.
And I'm going to spin kick that guy in the back of the head.
Also reasonable. Roxanne Perez had a meet and greet this week, and she's had to have security measures in place because she's got some sort of crazy stalker with online threats.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Did we do the Liv Morgan one last week?
I missed the Liv Morgan one last week. I think that was also sort of mentioned.
I think it was like on the day of that. But yeah, there was a person arrested outside the performance centre and bags of evidence was taken in. Who was stalking Liv Morgan.
Jesus Christ! I know that one of the shows, like Medusa Complex, had issues with people as well. And I was like, just don't, people. Shake their hands. You can give them a hug if you ask. But that's it. Like, you're not friends with them. Yeah. Like,
stop it.
It's not. It's like hugging Han Solo. It's not. You're not hugging Harrison Ford. You know what I mean? It's a person they are. It's like, just stop. Don't be fucking mental. Don't be a creep.
That's the point here. Don't be a creep.
Yeah.
Did you see who did she interview? She was on Ariel Hawani, so you probably didn't see it. Corey Jade, or formerly known as Corey Jade, did an interview with him. She was talking about she's got mad bookings coming up, which is great to see. She's going all around the place. But it kind of goes back to like the Bray Wyatt thing. When I was like, where is he? Why is he not being used? We didn't know what was really going on behind the scenes. And there's been multiple instances in both companies and people have been criticising, but like serious shit's going on. Have you seen what she said when not everyone was going? She's injury prone, etc. So yeah, she said before Stand and Deliver, one of the big shows, one around WrestleMania, on the Monday, she felt really, really ill. She was bleeding and like profusely, and from private reasons. And she wanted to wrestle the match before she got seen, but she got so bad she went into hospital and was rushed through, and she was having an ectopic pregnancy.
About.
Which then meant she was off TV for a few months.
Yeah, that'll knock you on your ass, yeah.
She's like, when she came back, she was really not okay. She hadn't processed it all. She was grieving, and physically and mentally she wasn't in a good place. And she said to the company, and she was due to have a boob job, which she said she wanted, and that was known. She said she was due to have a boob job, and she said, I need some time off for her own mental well-being, and the company gave it her in the run-up to that. So people just went, oh, she's injured again, and now she needs time off just to have a boob job. Well, in fact, she was going through an ectopic pregnancy. And
again, you don't know what people are going through, do you? Like, and we all speculate, we do, and we should all be nicer. That's just my little tip. Unless it's Ric Flair, because fuck that guy.
Oh, Karma's bit him in the ass, hasn't it?
Well, in the skin. Wait, you say karma or cancer? Sorry. Like, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Again, I don't wish, on anyone, but for him having a go at fucking JR and then him going, oh, by the way, I've got a cancer. And I'm like, well, you know what? Like, proves that there might be a god and he's got a divine sense of fucking irony.
I love we've gone from that there is no god to back to there is a god. In
there might be.
15 minutes.
Listen.
You get a philosophical
I'm an agnostic, son, right?
Wrestling news and philosophy. That's great. People always...
The Venn diagram is just me.
Yeah. People fight for spoke to in the British wrestling scene. Believe Alex Windsor's been talks with AEW for quite a while. Reaction received from talent, promoters, and other wrestling personalities in the UK were all positive, and several expressing how deserving Windsor is of the opportunity.
We got that.
Mariah May's new in-ring name is Blake Monroe.
Finish the story.
The name Blake Monroe is also shared by an award-winning burlesque dancer. They really need to Google some stuff before they name people.
What was the one? Was it Banger Bros?
Banger Bros, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every time we get one of those things where it's like NXT have copyrighted all of these names, and I just go, these are fucking Chuck Taylor. They're not even as good as Chuck Taylor's made-up ones. Like,
no.
They're the kind of shit I'd go write them down and then go, nah, that's too stupid. Like,
yeah.
It is whatever. I haven't seen the bit because I'm not watching it, but I've seen the still, and it's all apparently a Sabrina Carpenter homage.
Carpenter.
And like, so they can't even think of anything original. They're just ripping off that now.
Okay.
Like, and I know that her niece is called Blake, and like, but I don't know. It just feels like it's going to be a very watered down, weird version of what Tony Storm's doing. Maybe that's all the thing.
No one can do what Tony Storm's doing.
No. She's going to go there. She's going to do the Tony Storm bit and then leave and then come back and be like, and then years down the line, we're going to get this reunion and it'll be, I've tried doing it without you, but yeah, and I don't know. I've got to hold on to the dream because
it's still
the dream of a singularity.
Glamour and all that stuff, that aspect.
Yeah.
I don't know why they couldn't just stick with her name. I know why they couldn't stick with her name, because heaven forbid someone types in and goes, AEW, boo. But yeah. Well, Blake Monroe, the odds are you're going to get some lady with tassels on her nips.
That's the best thing.
That's my understanding of burlesque from the film Burlesque, which is Christina Aguilera and Cher. And weirdly Stanley Tucci. But yes.
Okay. Final bit of news, mostly just for me. Street Fighter 6 announced a Season 3 character pass this week. I'm excited. The way they announced it was a video involving Kenny Omega in a locker room, and he looks in the locker room mirror and then becomes each of the new characters they're announcing. It's kind of hilarious, and I loved it.
I mean, he's not ashamed of doing daft stuff, is he?
Yeah. He's a big Street Fighter fan as well.
Oh yeah, I know. I only know Saga anyway. I don't know who
from the Street Fighter movie. Yes,
this conclave is over. But yeah, I don't know who the ones are. But
Sagat's been in for the first one. Steve Viper's a Street Fighter 4. Alex is a Street Fighter 3 character, and Ingrid's not been in much else other than Capcom Fighting Jam. So this is back on the PS2. So
I mean, I would be scared of someone called Ingrid. To be honest, gonna hit me with her skis. But yeah, it's fucking. I don't know. I very nearly bought Soul Calibur 6 or whatever the most recent one is. Cause
man.
After the Voldo conversation the other week, and now that Ryan from Immaterial Gamers is doing a parade of Voldos or something. I don't know.
I missed this.
No, he's not done it yet, but he's doing like a homage to the crotch of Voldo. But then I got caught up reading like Voldo's backstory, and I was like, I didn't know any of this. I just assumed he was a creepy S&M rolling around the floor guy. But all the stuff's there. And
he defended some crypt? Is that a thing?
Yeah, he was a loyal servant, and then he got locked in and went blind and mad and full of sand or whatever.
And had blades for hands, yeah.
Yeah, which I was going to buy it, and then I was like, looked at it, and it's like 50 quid on Steam.
It'll be Steam on the sale.
It's on CD keys for like $5 so.
Okay. I'll get it, man. We'll play.
But yeah, I've not played it since like 2 or 3.
No one played it since 2 or 3. Everyone played 2 and then refused to move on.
I think 3 was one with the girl with the hula hoop, and I liked that one. And then I stopped playing.
She's in
playing
6.
Them. But I thought for a $5, I might
do it.
Might have a dabble. It's on Steam Deck. Yeah,
do it.
But yeah, that's how I lead into all the new segments now. But yeah.
We can't do segues.
Ian Skinner stuff will return. I've just got so much fucking work on at the moment that I've not had, and this is my 4th day of recording in my downtime. So yeah.
Oh wow!
I've just
you launched a new podcast.
Yeah.
You actually?
Yeah. Yeah. Not just me. Not the bear. Yeah. Bear mode.
2 weeks. 2 weeks today.
I know. But Jay's never seen it, so Jay's watching it blind, and he just texted me, went like, "Is it always this stressful?" I was like, "Yup. It gets worse if anything." But yeah, so we've done that, and then I did some stuff yesterday, and I'm sure I did tonight. I can't. Yeah, reviews and that.
4-hour kick off with a 4-hour mega show last week. AEW Dynamite and Collision back to back live.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I had to break it up because I can't even do like the Lord of the Rings extended ones anymore.
I enjoyed it at a time, but I feel like there's not loads to talk about unless I'm forgetting a lot of stuff.
No, there wasn't really. there was like the Osprey and Swerve and Hangman stuff.
Yeah, that was quite
which
good.
is moving along nicely. Because like Osprey's like
Swerve tonight, aren't we?
But Osprey just being like, you should get along, lads, and both of them going, you can fuck right off, basically.
Like, how are we going to do this until we're in? Well, yep, we're just going to have them yelling at each other. It's going to be great.
I'm all for it because these bits are really good, and then we get the MJF thingy, which is really shit still. And I'm like, how has this been going? How does it get so much time? Still, like, how long does it take someone to decide whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh, he's part of them now, isn't he?
I know, but it's just fucking bollocks, and I hate it. Just have him do a betray, or then betray him, and we can move on with our lives. Right?
I think it's fine. It's not my favourite stuff by a long way.
We did the women's. There was a tag match: Toni Storm against Mina Shirakawa against Julia Hart, Sky Blue. That was a lot of fun.
It's very sad that Mina Shirakawa's in AEW now, and Mariah May's just gone. I'm like, God damn it!
I know. Why can't we get that hot?
Why couldn't we get always a couple of months of this? Just a couple of months.
Because that looking in hindsight, that was brilliantly stupid.
Yeah,
them all just fancying each other in the worst sort of love triangle ever.
Which, as we know, brilliantly stupid is my favourite type of wrestling.
Yeah,
so.
that's the exact sweet spot of where my stuff lies. Brilliantly stupid and extremely violent. It's just like in the middle there, which is why I quite like mystery wrestling.
Yeah, it hits both those pretty well.
There was also LFI and Commander against Speedball Mike Bailey. LFI versus Commander, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. That was just absolute stupid bollocks. I'm so glad that Mike Bailey's got over so quickly because he is a fucking gummy bear. Like he's just boinging around. That's a reference. He's just
here and there and everywhere.
Yeah. And that was about it. Oh, Max Caster got killed by Hobbs.
Which,
again, it feels like we don't know what to do with Hobbs again now. Just have him kill people for a bit. We're getting into that Wardlow territory of him just coming out and killing people every week, and I don't know if I like
trios champion.
I know, but come on, coming out and killing Max Caster. Hey, it's fun. Yeah, I get it, but he should be doing better stuff. If Hook hadn't got injured, he wouldn't be doing that.
It's more that I think Max Caster should be doing something more with it. It's going well. It's getting over, but how long can you do this for?
Yeah, it's the Powerbomb Symphony. Like it was cool at the start, and then I'm like, this is 8 weeks in a row of him just coming out and murdering jobbers with it. It diminishing returns every time it loses something. And I can't. Thekla came out and killed Lady Frost as well. She had her first match.
Yeah.
And they could have thrown someone else to her. Because Lady Frost.
I like Lady Frost.
I really like Lady Frost, and it felt like fucking go on, take one for the team.
Yeah,
but she's been doing great stuff in Ring of Honor and has always looked great when they've had her on. Like, as
I want her to get a bit more opportunity to didn't necessarily win exactly, but more opportunity than just being killed.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, I like Thekla. I don't know that much of her stuff. I've seen clips and that, but it's the Voldo, it's the spider.
Nope.
I just fucking don't like it. It just reminds me of that bit from The Exorcist where she runs down the stairs doing it.
Yeah.
Like, nope. But yeah, and Ty came back. Ty Melo.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and it kind of understated. She came back, and then they were like, right, move on. I was like, no. But
we had the Omega match as well, which confirms we're getting Omega Okada.
Oh yes, unifying the belts.
Contract signing tonight.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one of those. It should be a great match. I worry it'll never live up to what they've done before. I don't see how it can.
Is this match 5?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I think they can let it breathe more now. They've not got to go 100 miles an hour at each other. You can, because you're both, older and a bit wiser, and
are they wiser?
Nearly died.
No, and like Kenny's tummy nearly exploded. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think the problem is going to be that it's never going to live up to what you've got in your head.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to get at.
And
I think it'll be a great match. But
it's the Star Wars fallacy of all these nerds who hate new Star Wars because it's not what they want. And I'm like, fuck you, it's new Star Wars. I'm going to watch it because you don't know what it was like when we didn't have new Star Wars for so long. Right? So I'll take a mid Okada and Omega match, even though it's not going to be that. They're going to go out and absolutely try and kill each other.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be on dragons like you imagined.
But why not?
Because they don't exist, John.
I'll take
unicorns. Sure, you want it to be different to reflect the stage of the career. Otherwise, I'll just go and watch the match they had. If I watch the same thing.
This is it. You can.
It's like when was it Ricochet and Will when they had it, and we're going to see a repeat of that match. No,
why would I just go watch that match? Like, do all the hits. No, I'm not. It's not the Grease Megamix. But yeah, it was
Was this the one when Mercedes was on commentary with her own table eating a steak? Well, she didn't eat the steak, and then Tony came and ate it with a better hand.
Rancid, yeah. Yeah, and the main beef everyone's had with it was that in a 4-hour show there was 2 women's matches that were incredibly short. And Tay Melo coming back, and that was it in 4 hours. And I think, you know what I'm saying the other week, that like Tony seems to listen to what the internet's saying. Maybe not Twitter, but more Blue Sky, because that seems to be a lot more positive in terms of things like that. Most people are. And I think this, like tonight, there's more women's match booked on.
I'm just looking there. We've got Thekla and Queen Aminata.
Oh, they're throwing Queen Aminata to her now and now. Fucking hell, throw all the favourites at her.
AJ versus Megan Bain and Penelope Ford, and you've got Tony Storm versus Julia Hart.
Well, that's something at least.
With Mercedes and commentary.
It's one more. But yeah, because there's enough people there. You could, you know. I also like the fact that Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum teamed up with Bandito and were Los Outrunners. Because that's Spanish for
I enjoyed that.
The Outrunners.
I'm glad they gave us translation. I couldn't figure it out by myself.
It's good. Like I said, it was solid. If you look at it as 2 separate shows, which is what I did, it was good. If you watched it all in a 4-hour block, God bless you. You're insane.
I watched it. I watched 3 hours of it straight. That was possibly a bit much.
I can't even do it with 2 hours. I have to watch like an hour and then go and do something for a bit because I just can't focus for that long on stuff now. I think
that might be kind of why I'm a bit mad about it, because I perhaps didn't focus that much on it.
Yeah. And also because we're doing it literally the week after it happens, it's always a bit lost in the translation. But it was good, and I'm looking. Like I said, AW's back where now, apart from the MJF thing, because it still sucks tits. But yeah, the rest of it's all back where it should be. Like even the Mox and Briscoe, like.
Yeah, it was a fun match.
It was fun. Like, and the fact that like Mox seems to be getting very like the crown is wet. The crown, the heavy is the crown. Heavy is the head.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yes. Shush. My
heavy is the head that puts the crown in the briefcase and doesn't.
My analogy chip is it's overheated due to the heat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like it's wearing him down as well. Which I'm again, it's a good little bit of. You know.
Yeah, but that storyline in general's got way better ever since they started, fighting people and stuff. It's
instead of running away.
Yeah, it's good. It's just way more entertaining. And Mox just attempting to murder people,
which is what they should be doing as the Death Riders.
Yes.
Yeah, clues in the name.
Yeah.
They got anything tonight? They're not down for anything tonight.
Oh, I don't know. I don't look at the cards.
Yep.
Every day's a surprise, then, isn't it? You're never shocked.
Yeah, well, we're a month out now, aren't we? So 12th for July is all in, I want to say.
Yeah, let's say
about
that.
A month away.
Is it Saturday?
It's a Saturday, yeah.
That's all right then.
Yeah, Saturday, 12th of July. So I was saying, like, Bernie and Etta are both away for the weekend, so it's just me and Theodore. And get that on the watcher.
I'll see. I say that I was going to watch Tournament of Death the weekend as UCW and I fell asleep. I'm just old now, and that started at 10. It's just I'm not. Man. It's very good.
Made for in the UK.
American wrestling. No, but Shotzi showed up and apparently, and Bear Bronson.
I saw his back.
So yeah, second night apparently put on an absolute fucking barnstormer of a death match, just trying to kill each other. I haven't got around to watching it yet because I'm incredibly busy as shit.
Shotzi's talk, and she's done I've not watched it. I just seen she did an interview with Ariel Iguana as well, and she's talked about she'd to be at AEW. She liked what they do there. And then a lot of people have shit on her because she once criticised Chris Jericho with that tweet of someone falling onto her bed.
Yeah.
And everyone's gone,
it was funny. It was
funny.
It's a live show, stuff goes wrong. Like, that camera shouldn't have been at that angle because it was clearly, that's a load of mattresses and squishmallows. But again, I don't know. She's booked for a load more GCW shows anyway, apparently. So
she'll be good at that. Yeah. She said to her, I'd love to be there. I like how Tony treats the wrestlers and what I've heard, and plus you get to kiss other women, so I'm all in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think you can get that written into the contract because that's bordering on unethical. But yeah, no. I mean, she's already challenged. She's already starting beef with Matt Cardona in GCW. So
I saw that. She called herself like Indie God or something.
The Indie God and the Deathmatch King.
Yeah.
Which patented Matt Cardona names. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see her turn up anyway because I like Shotzi. She's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, class. She'll fall on her feet. Etta right back in it. Weekend then won't do SmackDown because we had Money in the Bank. I was pleasantly surprised by that AAA Worlds Collide thing because it was just mental. It wasn't
Have you
like watching
seen
a WWE show.
any of AAA? Even just even diluting at 80%, it would still be pretty mental.
Yep.
True. I was looking at the online reaction of those who have watched it and being like, I'm quite surprised at this. So I'm taking on them. In place of ads, like obviously, just put ads in between the matches. There was just loads of AAA history packages, and obviously, for people who haven't watched it, and talking to the people, showing clips, showing all the kind of history of it, minus Alberto Del Rio, he was washed off the face of everything.
Brushed from the face of history.
Brushed from history, which pleased to see. And Mr. Iguana is massively over to the extent that he was mentioned in the Money in the Bank post conference with Triple H and was appeared on NXT. I think he got his own package.
Yep.
We had Spanish Fly was delivered to the Iguana.
Yep. John was so happy. I'm not pressing the button because it won't work. Did they show that clip of them on the commentary booth with the massive lines of coke racked up? I bet they didn't.
But special shout out to the main event, which was Chad. Which one was it? Yeah, Chad Gable versus Vikingo.
Yeah,
There's some other spots.
I saw the destroyer off the top rope onto the apron. And I thought, God bless you, Shorty G.
Shorty G, yeah. They did one. I think he hit a drop power driver, like a move off the top rope where he basically jumps backwards with Vikingo into a power bomb off the top rope.
Right.
Can't remember the name of it, but it was mental. And yeah, he was just Chad had put a tweet out basically saying he never felt so alive as doing when he did that. So yeah, it's definitely, and obviously his alter ego then wrestled later on at the Money in the Bank, so he pulled serious double duty. So one tweet that was like, Chad, don't go mental at Worlds Collide because you've got a Money in the Bank ladder match and it's the Kurt Angle going, that gif of him. So yeah, that was a really fun event. Also pulling double duty was Stephanie Vacchio, who was in the Money in the Bank ladder match as well. Both ladder matches were really, really good. It's hard, isn't it? Because ladder matches are just to a penny nowadays, so it's hard to do inventive spots.
Yeah.
But in both matches, they managed to do inventive spots. We got the Devil's Kiss atop a ladder, which was on Rhea Ripley, which was quite something. She reversed a Rhea Ripley power move on top of a ladder into the Devil's Kiss, which, fair play on doing the logistics on that one.
I'm trying to picture it, and I don't like it.
She was on like the back of Rhea, who was stood up, so they weren't stood on the ladder to start with. Picked Rhea up and slammed her into the ladder.
That was pretty gross.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good fun. It was a stat lineup. This was the one that I said I was really looking forward to in terms of the talent that were involved. And Naomi went over. I changed my prediction at the last minute to Perez because I thought, there's all the stuff with Liv and she's infiltrating the Judgment Day with Finn. And I just went, okay. She's always hung around the main event because she was like the final two of Royal Rumble. She was an iron person in the Royal Rumble. I thought maybe this would be the one that she gets. I think maybe she might win Queen of the Ring because she won Fatal 4-Way on Raw, which was also fantastic. She was against Liv Morgan, Kairi Sane, and Rhea Ripley. And she won that match to progress to the next round of the Queen of the Ring. So, yeah, the story's going on with her and Liv. But, yeah, Naomi won, and it was really nice.
Good.
I don't know if you've seen the post-show when Big Ian is talking to her and really giving her her flowers. And it's quite nice to see because you can see her melting. Like, she's in character in the interview. And she just kind of looks at him like, you bastard. Like, I'm trying not to
I
cry
haven't
here.
seen it, no, but I find that because that sounds nice. Big E's fucking...
Because what I did about Big E was like, basically he started at the same time in FCW and they were like a week apart in terms of starting. He's like, I've seen everything that she's been through and she's had to walk away and stand on business and stand up for herself. And she's come back, she's done this. And then, crowd started chanting, you deserve it. And then she flipped into character and started having a go at the crowd and just recomposed herself. So, yeah, really looking forward to seeing what Naomi does. The men's Money in the Bank was also really good, despite some bits that I thought were wasted spots, like LA Knight. El Grande Americano probably did one of the most inventive ladder spots I've seen, where he effectively dominoed off 3 ladders from the outside of the ring to the turnbuckle and then onto one in the middle of the ring to stop someone getting the. It's mad when you say
yeah.
Do you know that move when someone's lying on the floor and you grab them by the legs? Triple H used to always do it, and you throw them backwards.
Yeah, it's a stupid move. Yeah.
Someone did that to Chad Gable or Americano on the outside, and he landed on a ladder, which then leant into the ring, and then he sprungboard onto another ladder, which then leant onto the ladder.
What in the Rube Goldberg machine mousetrap nonsense is this?
It was very much like that. And then he stopped whoever it was climbing, and then LA Knight went up. And
we're really running out of real ideas, aren't we? We're going to just what if we set the ladders on fire? Pogo ladder sticks.
LA Knight went up and did is it BFT? Did the BFT to Americano off the top of it, but the room for error was minuscule because where they landed, there was a ladder that was laying on the floor. So like they could have cracked their heads on the back of that very easily, and they didn't do. The kind of Rollins won. Obviously, we knew Rollins was going to win. Yeah. It was the right call. The biggest thing out of it was there was Rollins at one point was like, call for them. So Bronson and Braun come out, they're wrecking shop. And then Jacob, Fatu, and JC Mateo arrive to help out Solo. And they do. They take everybody out. And Jacob sets up the ladder for Solo. I should add in here, by the way, on the SmackDown, Jacob Fatu overheard Solo telling JC Mateo there's not much up there with Jacob and basically trying to use him. And then Fatu appeared from behind. It was like, So as Solo's climbing the ladder, Solo was superb, by the way. Like his little... Because everyone started ganged up on Rollins, because on SmackDown, he basically took out everybody on SmackDown, one by one.
It's Rollins, yeah.
And then when he was chucked out, Solo was like, they're like all dead happy. And then he turned on and they were just all staring at him and then took him out. So yeah, he was going up the ladder all dead happy. And then he was like, why can't I move any further? And Jacob had grabbed his leg. And Solo was like, what are you doing? And he just went, because you know the line, I love you, Solo. And he just went, I hate you, Solo. Pulled him down and murdered him, which then left Seth to climb the ladder. So
did Penta try and kill himself on a ladder like he normally does?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, good to see some traditions are upheld.
That's all I wanted.
He did mental shit.
To the blimp.
Becky beat Lyra in a very good technical wrestling match with some. I saw people online comparing some of the kind of stuff they were doing to more like a New Japan kind of style, in terms of some of the moves they were doing that aren't generally seen on WWE TV and the reversals.
They gave it time. Looking at it, they got 15 minutes, which
they got a real good amount of time. Both looked strong. Again, Valkyria won with like roll up pin. Last time, like not a roll up, reversal of pins. Same thing happened here, but Lynch had the tights of it, so there's that element of it. The stip was that she had to hold her hand up. She had to hold Becky's hand up if she won. So obviously she made her do that. But then when Lyra was walking out, she was like, no, all four sides. And really did the heel thing, so they did all four sides. Lyra's trying to walk away, and she's like, well, strap me up, put the belt on me. So she does. She puts the belt on her. Then when she clasps the belt, she suplexes her and just leaves a line in the middle of the ring. So again, they've done a really good job. It's really been tainted by the start. That said, on Raw, Becky came out. She's tried to murder me. Like, why couldn't she just be humble in defeat? She tried to murder me, and she called Lyra out. Came out looking furious, but before she got to the ring, Bayley appeared and started beating the shit out of Becky. And so, yeah, I mean, you've got the three of them now, really, there around the IC title. We've got Evolution coming up. Wondering if there's going to be a three-way. It should be good. It's nice to see Bayley back, and she deserves a lot given what they did at WrestleMania, but can't complain at the match because, as you said, got a lot of time and did well. The main event tag match was a bit sadly, Logan Paul did some pretty cool stuff with Jones, but he also apparently invented a wrestling move. So he does a really cool thing, but then ruins it by going, I've invented this move and made it look better than anyone ever. Yeah.
And then everyone went, no, everyone's done that. And then he went, but they got caught by 4 people and I got caught by 1 person. So I thought, are you trying to do a Steiner maths bit here? Because fuck you, there's nothing original in your fucking body, is there? There's not an original thought in there. It's just fucking peanuts in a tumble dryer rattling around in there.
Earlier in the match.
Now Jim Machine's back, I see.
He attempted the buckshot because that's part of his moves, isn't it? And he
did a punk, didn't he? Hey, honor his hero.
It was like, love to see it. The springboard moon, it was cool. Like he did it from outside to the announce table. It looked very good, but then ruined it with all that stupid shit. It's not an original move.
No,
it was
there's
done.
fucking very few original moves left in wrestling because there's only so many ways you can throw someone or throw your body. Like, but the fact that it's that thing of it shows how little he cares about it, that he didn't even think maybe I should look this up. Like, or ask someone. Like, he's like, no, I've invented a maneuver. What are you, a fucking tank commander?
No, man, come on. It's all on purpose to cause this kind of reaction.
I mean, I watched the thing and I went, all right, no, he's done it. He's done it for bait, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the follow up video is clearly for bait as well. And I'm just like, but it's fucking low energy nonsense, man. Like, just be better. I don't give a fuck about drones either. I'm not the US military. Fuck off. The only drone I want is the one I've got in Division 2 that follows me around and shoots bad guys because I'm too lazy to do it myself. I've named him Alan. Come on, Alan. Come on.
They weren't on the same page, Cena and Paul. They were arguing throughout, so don't know if that'll be a match down the line. But it ended up being one, as we've already alluded to, with R-Truth.
People are getting angry that Cena and Truth had a match, and he's only got X amount of dates left, but they'll be okay for that fucking waste of oxygen.
There's been no rumours of it. It's just someone put it out into the stratosphere. Imagine that's the last match. And I was like, don't fucking do that. But yeah, R-Truth was the deciding factor, as he was at that time. He came out, he speared Cena, hit him with a title belt across his head, a bit like it happened to him at Saturday Night Main Event, and then revealed himself from the traditional black hoodie, but he also had like the snood thing on underneath as well. And the crowd went nuts, and then he pegged it out of there and let Cody then take the win. He then followed to the other blimp. He then followed that up on Raw with tremendous promo so he came out from the crowd and between matches when they talked to the commentary team, and he just appeared behind them and hijacked the show, if you like, stood on the announce table and took his hoodie off, and it was him. Crowd were going mental, obviously, for him, and it was... So let's ignore the Triple H thing. Like, obviously, they need to make it part of the story on your TV. You don't need to lie in your press conference. So we're in the story now. And it was just so good because there was truth in it, as in what's happened. He was just like, do not let anybody ever tell you your voice doesn't matter. I am here now basically because of you. And I'm grateful for that. But he then started talking about the truth has set me free because he basically reintroduced Ron Killings. Because I was like, how are you going to go from R-Truth to Ron Killings? Because that's
Ronjamin Killings,
that's quite the shift. And he was like, R-Truth can be too funny all the time, and R-Truth can be too nice, and he's also too forgiving. And he went, not me. And that's when he introduced
we're getting
Ron
murder
Killings.
Ron.
And he was like, R-Truth, the truth has set me free. I am Ron Killings. I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name. And he then took out a pair of scissors and given himself a Minoru Suzuki haircut, cut all his dreads off live on air, and we just stood there looking
absolute madman. I'm still not going to watch it, but I fucking love it. I like that.
We're going nuts. He's gone from, you can go, to people being like, put him in a title match. That's like, it's interesting because the beef is with Cena, so it's like, obviously that was a little throwaway match, really, wasn't it? But now it's like, someone made the point that no one's ever done a year-long retirement like that, like this with Cena. So you can go into it with plans, but wrestling is wrestling. Things change as you go along, and you've got to be able to pivot. So it'll be interesting where they go with that. Right, here we go. Cena also came out and did a promo at the start where he called R-Truth, said, stop using your voice. He said, you've used your voice to get back a joke. And the Truth referenced this later on in his promo. He's like, use your voice for better things than sideshow comedy acts. I've beaten everyone you've got. You've given me your best. I'm halfway through my dates and I'm kind of done. And then Punk's music hit. So here we go. They had a good little back and forth. Some references to the New York Yankees thing that they did many years ago. Reference to Punk saying, I've got to become a monster to beat a monster, which was something from his very, very early days before I watched. So there's a lot of callbacks in the promo. Punk was like, the last time we met was at Elimination Chamber. He said, you didn't hesitate when Seth stomped me in the ground. He said, but the last thing I heard was you saying, I'm sorry, when you put the STF on me. And he says, you know that what you're doing isn't right. You knew it then and you know it now. And there was that element of doubt. And I think the long term is he's going to turn back, isn't he? And he's going to realize the errors of his ways. It's just who finally turns him.
He's gonna finish as a face.
Yeah. It's just, does he turn before then, or does he turn at the end? Because there's been lots of things over the last couple of shows that he's been on where you can see the doubt, and Punk put that one in his head. And you could see it register. And then Punk was like, really? He said, you're not really mad at... You pretended to be mad at something. He said, but really you're mad that it's the bosses that have chosen you, it's not the people, because he has always been the chosen person. And again, you could see that kind of register on his face. So, and then he was like, we've got to run it back. We've got to go again. And I was like, oh, here we go. And then he was like, and he said, the last bit of respect that I've got left for you as a person and as a champion, I'll let you choose when this happens. He said, but if you've got anything about you, you'll do it tonight. And Cena was like, let's go. Let's do it again. He said, but if you want this, you've got to follow me to Saudi Arabia, Night of Champions. Hence the match being announced. Which then I was like, people are going to be normal about this one.
I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from Charles.
I knew it was going to happen. It's
Charles Montgomery Punk, yeah.
I knew it was going to happen. You can't be there and not do it. I'm disappointed because it was like one last thing that anyone could have and go, yeah, it's okay. But I knew it was going to. Where I knew it was going to happen is when they announced the Royal Rumble was going to be there next year, and I was like, "There's no way the company or him would not be at the Rumble." And I was like, "This is the last show, I think." Before then, so it's like, just doing it. He has obviously got himself written out of shows prior that he has missed, and I said at the time, "Oh, everyone's put the tweets back in the drafts." I
don't know how you can get your way out of this one, son.
Can't get the way out of it, but. Yeah, I also think there's a lot of people who are your favourites who stand up for stuff who have gone. And I know they haven't tweeted out, go and suck a blood-covered dick, which is, I know that's the crux. But
there's always a tweet, yeah.
But
no, again, it's live on the assumption that wrestlers are fucking scumbags until you are absolutely sure otherwise.
Yeah, but your Sammys, your KOs, all the people that we love being over there, and I'm just like, yeah.
Okay,
I am disappointed.
Well, they just wheel Sammy out as, don't they? Look, we've got one. Yeah. He's white.
So
we've come to the conclusion that it's not just Punk that's the problem, it's the entire industry.
Yes, that's my
point. Okay, that's more depressing, actually.
Whether or not he or they exist.
That's actually far more depressing. Are we back? Where are we on gods?
There's only one. His name is Alan. He hovers above me. That's a waffle bar you up there
in this podcast.
Sacrilegious.
So yeah, and then Seth came out to kind of interrupt it. So in my head, I went, he's not said yes. But then the commentator immediately said, Punk's just said, because he squared up to Cena and then the music hit, so you never heard anything on the mic. And Michael Cole was like, Punk's just said you're on. So and then they did the graphic later on. So I said, disappointed. Always knew it was going to come. I think the reaction is a bit sad because people just want to jump on anything, and the same people who love somebody promoting Andrew Tate and all that kind of stuff are upset about this, and like have the same energy for everybody is the thing I will always say.
I knew Punk was a piece of shit, so I'm not surprised in the slightest. But now I feel justified in my hatred more.
Who's promoting Andrew Tate? What happened there?
Everyone loves Ricochet and his trolley, and I'm like, the guy who was promoting Andrew Tate on the thing.
He did and again, I'm not trying to justify it, but I think it was a bit, and then he went, fuck, this has backfired. Yeah, there's so far you can go with a joke, and then it's like, doing jokes about the Holocaust. We just don't do them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The other thing, it seems a bit of a. Obviously, I don't know where it's going to go, but that's a SummerSlam. SummerSlam's 2 nights. That's the main event of SummerSlam. That like Punk and Cena, the history.
Mate, some Saudi prince with a falcon has gone, bring me Cena and this thin boy. Like,
it's only 3 weeks away. Like, it's the end of June, so it's quite a short build to it. So he's obviously going to lose, I think, but I don't know. It feels like something that could have been done. People are trying to defend it, going, Cena's making him go there. And it's like, no, Punk wants to go there. He's agreeing to do that. Don't try and...
They drove a dump truck full of money to my house. How was I to refuse? Yeah. It's what it is.
But like with the truth thing, Triple H's comments, bullshit. I like what they're doing on the story and the TV. I like the fact that at least Cena made it as part of the story, because anyone who knows when he said you can have the match but you've got to follow me to Saudi Arabia, it was like that was like a nugget for the fans.
I get it. In my dreams I'm a Viking, but no, I mean, get your bag, mate. You've not got long left on your Punk because you're falling bits, man. Like, make money while you can, because he's still paying off that fucking chalk ice bill.
And the pizzas he bought. Night of Champions, which is the Saudi Arabia show, it will have the finals of the King and Queen of the Ring. They did it last year, and they put the stakes on it where the winner got a match at SummerSlam for a title.
Is that where they got them horrible gaudy rings as well?
Yeah, but they stay in Saudi Arabia, you're not allowed to take them. So yeah, the way they're doing the tournament this year is
in case a hawk steals them.
There is.
You're in a very hawk field.
Have you not seen the picture of the owl that stole a hobby horse and was flying with it, and he looks like a big witch?
No, but
I'll find it and send it you in a bit, man. I'm just obsessed with birds stealing things at the moment.
That's fair. That's fair and reasonable.
My God! Doing the tournament this year rather than a bunch of one-on-one matches like did last year, because the turnaround is 3 weeks. So there's on each side of the bracket there's two fatal four ways. The winner goes into a semi, and then the winners go to the final. So the men's one on Raw this week. Oh, they also announced the women's one next week contains Oscar.
Oscar's
coming back. That was
Good to hear it.
Raw was mental, to be honest. In a good way, it actually made you feel things for once. Sami Zayn beat Dom Mysterio, Bron Breakker, and Penta in a Fatal 4-Way, which was also brilliant. Like, the four of them were both the Fatal 4-Ways were absolutely superb wrestling TV with stories in it. LA Knight ended up coming out and taking out Breakker because of what they'd done to him leading into Money in the Bank, and then at Money in the Bank when sent all the Goon Squad out, and that left Zayn there to defeat Mysterio. I'll come back round to Sami Zayn in a moment, because the main event then was Jey Uso versus Gunther for the title, and I did say I reckon Seth just cashes in and gets it done. He didn't. He only came out really for the CM Punk John Cena, dressed all in green. He looked like the Joker, dressed all in the money in the briefcases, green as it for the men's. I was genuinely stunned. One, the match quality was superb, and Gunther beat him clean as a whistle to take that title back. No cash-ins, just. If I didn't notice it because I'm getting ready when I'm watching it all, there's a literal, because he passes out, and there's a moment when the fans realise before the match is over, and it's a bit like the Ryan Hunter thing, like the air is sucked, you can feel it, just this. But the last 4 minutes was just sleeper reversals, and it was so good. Like the way they did it, the facials, the way they got out of it and kept and obviously that goes back to the Mania match when he tapped out quickly. And a lot of I've seen a lot of like pure wrestling fans are going, that was superb. And the sleepers have forgotten a move from the 80s, which is just a little jokey thing now. They made it so important, and Jey Uso was kind of showing can do all that stuff as well. Also, another cool reversal, ankle lock into the AJ Styles clash. That was a good move. Chad Gable and AJ Styles had a one-on-one match for a reason. It was a very good match. That was a combo.
Pull them up.
He kind of threw him into the ropes and then bounced back into the Styles clash.
Oh, fair enough.
Which was cool. Cool. But yeah, that happened. Jay lost. He came out with his son. His son was there at ringside. 51 days as champ, and Gunther won. And
I think Gunther choked out his child as well. For good measure.
Yeah. No, it was a really good match, to be honest. And credit to Jay again, showing he can do all this stuff and put that psychology and that work in there. So someone proposed this, and I'm not against it because it would heartbreak people, but then make people very happy. Sami Zayn to win King of the Ring. Cody Rhodes is in it on the other side, so you might debate that won't happen. Sami Zayn wins King of the Ring. He faces Gunther at SummerSlam, a rematch of that time when he won the Intercontinental. He beats Gunther, finally get that title, but that's when Seth immediately cashes in because Sami was his first target at the start of all this, and then you kickstart basically the Daniel Bryan-esque SummerSlam to WrestleMania arc with Sami getting it back then. If you remember that arc starting, Daniel Bryan won it with Triple H as a special guest referee, and then Triple H pedigreed him and Randy Orton came out and he immediately lost it. So I saw that put out there. I was like, that could be a really good story if he did it well.
Seth cashes it in. Goes for the thing. Jey Uso comes down to save his boy. And then betrays him. And then it's just betrayals everywhere.
Betrayals
all around. It can go. But
I was going to say, you could have to take it off Gunther because the problem they did with Gunther last time when it was they painted him into a corner and there was no one left to beat him. And then they kind of went, Jay, just choke him a bit and he'll pass out. Yeah. His one weakness is necks. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, that was it's nice to see a big title change hands on a TV show as well. Yeah, it's always that thing of, might need to watch this when it's a title match. So it was probably the best Raw of the year, I'd say, because it's been emotionless, I think was the word I used. So yeah, it's good.
That's that.
Cool.
If anyone wants, I'm playing Division 2 again because it's on Game Pass. If you want to play that with me, I am quite good. Me and Alan have got a system. I've also got a pineapple that I throw at people and it explodes. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, other than that, that's me done.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
See you next week.
All right, then, bye.
Bye. I know what you mean, but I just wasn't expecting the word honky.